Hey guys, Luna here with a new video for the channel. Sorry for the audio quality, that's the first thing I want to say. I'm in a different room, okay? Usually the audio is not the best thing in my videos, but now it's worst because the room that I usually record in, it's a fucking mess. It's full of dust. I'm building something there, and in this room it's just empty, so probably there's a lot of echo, so I apologize for that. Today's video is quite interesting because we're not talking about, your usual rapper like Kendrick Lamar, J. Cole, Drake, Kanye. No, we're talking about a different kind of rapper, one that came out of YouTube. I know many people know him. Actually, if you clicked in this video, it's because you know the guy. And if you know him, you know how hard it has been for him to get his name into the music scene. He has always been releasing music that reaches a lot of people, but mostly this views and all this attention comes out of the fact that he released videos and many people laughed at them. So many people that laughed at the videos were watching the clips. The evidence of this, is diss track season, where the whole Sidemen group were releasing music, and even though most of the songs were shit, every single song gathered to 10 million views, 24 million views, 50 million views, and even tracks like Road to Shows, Harry's diss track, even more, I believe. I don't remember how much views exactly, but I remember that it was a lot, and the music video was fun and the track was fun, but it wasn't that good. That pretty much sums up most of KSI's first stages in his musical career, music that a lot of people paid attention to, but not really because of the quality of the song, rather than because of how popular he was and how many people were reached by the fact that his videos were so funny. In this video, I want to have a little discussion with you guys because I believe that it's really fair to say that JJ has been the first person to go from YouTube to music successfully. We have people like J. Paul trying there with songs like Straight Outta London, but it's not quite there. And actually, even though the song is really good, no one sees J. Paul and says, okay, that is a musician. Right now, people see KSI and they don't see a YouTuber only. They see a musician as well, and I want to talk about the reasons why. Up until this simulation, his first album, most of JJ's music were unfocused. They weren't produced that well, especially the EPs and songs like Lamborghini. I know a lot of people say that Lamborghini was the first time that people started seeing JJ as an actual musician, but I kind of disagree. That song was just a goof off for me. I know that, it has a ton of views, but I just don't really think that song represents JJ as a musician, and a lot of people agree with me, since no one saw JJ at that time. Oh, he is a rapper. No, he is a YouTuber that released a song about a Lamborghini, and the song gained a lot of views. He was so big at the time he released Lamborghini that a lot of people listened to that song. That is the only reason why so many people were listening to that song. The song is not really bad, but it's just not a good track, really. It's not good nor bad, it's listenable. I believe that the first stage in JJ's career where people started to look at him and say, okay, that is a musician, was when he released Holiday. And the reasons why I believe this is because of the style of the track and the whole, energy behind it. This simulation was a huge improvement and a really good debut, in my opinion. It's not that I like the album lacks a lot of things, especially the songwriting. It's average, the production is a bit all over the place, and JJ's rapping was still not, completely polished. But it was an album that, like Anthony Fantano said, if we didn't know who KSI was, we would listen to this album and say, okay, this is a major label project released by a professional artist. When Holiday was released, other songs were released along with it, but the change of style in Holiday, I think it represented a statement not only for his fans, but for the whole world. I'm gonna do this professionally and I'm trying to find my own sound. That's what the song tells me. Holiday is a track that is really simple. It's a nice summer song. It's not a song that I can say, okay, it's the best thing released in the year, nor in the top 10, It's not a song that I could say, wow, what a tremendous track. But it's definitely something amazing from the point of view of a KSI fan and from the point of view of someone who's listening an album like all over the place. Because the Simulation was a more focused album, the album tried to keep its trapped style. It didn't really try to go other places. Yes, the album has a lot of variety, but what I'm trying to say is that the sound of JJ was the same throughout the whole album. But with Holiday, JJ showed a lot of people that he wasn't only trying to rap. He wanted to explore every single kind of music that he could so he can find the sound he is more comfortable with. And I think that's what All Over the Place is for. And I think that it's really important, which is the reason why I prefer All Over the Place way more than Dissimulation. Although a lot of people say that Dissimulation is a better album. I don't know, a lot of people, you have your opinion, I have mine. Although I didn't like All Over the Place as an album, the same thing with this Simulation. The reasons why I play these albums is because JJ has never been a musician. I know he has been rapping since he is young, but as an actual artist, he has never performed in such a way as these two albums. So you can't say, okay, I don't like this album, but I can appreciate the fact that it sounds like a fully fledged professional album. With All Over the Place, I had this feeling, wow, this is another professional thing released by JJ. But this time it was a bit more than that. I felt like this was the prelude to probably his best album, which is the reason why I want to listen to the next thing by KSI. I know this album was released only less than a year ago, but I want another album. I want to see what he's going to do next. Something that a lot of artists like the Beatles, the Rolling Stones, Pink Floyd have said in the past is that touring helps a lot to, own new ideas, because performing the songs live, usually you can perform a song live just as you do in the album. You have to change it up a little bit, and the fact of changing the songs up a little bit offers new ideas, and that new ideas can turn into a new song. Touring is really helpful to spark your creativity and make new music. So the fact that JJ is really busy touring the album right now makes me really excited about his next albums. It only takes for one look at people, reacting to Holiday, and you'll see that everyone was weirded out. But not weirded out because the song was bad. Weirded out because that's not what they were waiting for from JJ, and that's good. For example, you have Kendrick Lamar. Who would have thought that after Good Kid, Mad City did so well, Kendrick would go on to do To Pimp a Butterfly, a complete shift in the sound of his music. And then after To Pimp a Butterfly, damn, a more commercial album without the jazzy tunes and dreamy production that made To Pimp a Butterfly so good. Once again, I repeat, I don't think that All Over the Place is a great album nor good. I believe that there's still a lot of ways for improvement in JJ's career and JJ's music. But I believe that both Dissimulation and All Over the Place represent a thing that, not many artists can say. I think that what KSI did with, his music career, the fact that he managed to pull out of that YouTube music thing and managed to go from music. He is in the music industry, not in YouTube music. He's not a YouTuber making music. He's a musician that also happens to do YouTube. And that takes talent. You may or may not like the albums. What you have to agree, it's that, it takes talent for you to break out of the thing that identifies you to the world. Everyone knew KSI because he was a YouTuber, a really popular one of the biggest ones in the platform. But now people know him because he is a musician as well, and a boxer too, But boxing, he's still there. He needs to chill with the boxing thing and release more music. We need more albums. I know he's never going to watch this video, but if for some reason he does, I would recommend him to listen to all the songs, go back to all the live presentations and think, what was the music I felt more comfortable with, and then make an album. Without features, without anyone on it other than yourself, so you can focus on your style with enough variety for it to sound entertaining the whole way through. And I think that you'll have the best album you have ever released. He's never going to listen to it, but that's okay. That's just what I would say to him. I want to know what you guys think. What's the point where, his music career started to look good, started to look like an actual musician? A lot of people say it's a simulation. I believe it's holiday. Well, it's up to you. Leave it down below in the comments and I'll make sure to check it out. That will be it for today's video, guys. I really hope that you enjoyed it. If you did, please leave a like on the video and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any of the videos that I upload. This is not the typical video that I do, guys. I usually just do album reviews and discography rankings. So if you'd like to see that, then go ahead and take a look at my channel. With that being said, I hope you enjoyed it and I hope I can see you guys soon with another video. Bye.